madam, it is our first interaction. So it would be best for both of us to interact ourselves, to know ourselves. So it would be better for both of us to introduce ourselves first. So, madam, my name is Ikram Ali. I am from Karachi, Pakistan. By profession, I'm a teacher, and now I have started my new hobby. It is a YouTube channel. So I have uploaded only 14 or 15 videos on my YouTube channel. It is growing now. So that's all about me.
So nice to know about you, Mr. Ikram Ali, right? You're from Karachi.
Yes.
Actually, we Punjabis, the people who live in this belt, you can consider the whole Punjab. We have some, inborn kind of connection with the all these areas, Lahore, Karachi. Though I have never been to that place. Reason being, not physically I'm talking about, because in our belt, when in my childhood, if I go back to my memory lane, because now technology has become so advanced and so many platforms are there, and we can watch all these Pakistani movies and serials with just one click. But there was the time, because I have come from that very, generation, you may say, when this television was not 24/7 kind of thing, and OTT was far off. It's just, it has emerged just now. And I remember only Doordarshan was there. And on a fixed day, like I remember Thursday, on Thursdays, the Pakistani Urdu movies or Punjabi movies, they were telecasted. And we used to watch those movies, because I remember my father was very strict. We were not permitted to watch TV, not any TV, whether, because at that time I was living in Amritsar. Amritsar is just adjacent to the border area.
Yes,
So in especially whole of the Punjab, people of my phase, my age, they have grown up watching those Pakistani TV serials and movies. So that way, though we people never came across each other physically, but that way we always feel connected with the, if anybody's from Lahore, Pakistan, Sindh, from any place, anywhere in Pakistan. And of course, if we go more back, like at the pre-independence or independence era, our ancestors, they were, living together. Somebody, they moved from here to there. Some people, they migrated from there to here. So we always, whenever I'm connected, I get connected to somebody from Pakistan. I feel that kind of connection, because I grew up listening these kind of stories from my grandma also. So I always feel connected. Yeah.
you are right, madam. You are right. I think we have a good tuning because we were the same nation and before 1947, and we were the same country. Only the British were ruling our country, and then they divided these two countries into two different countries. So, but nowadays, when I see someone who is from Punjab, who is from UP, Bihar, Rajasthan, so these are the nearest states to my country, and I always follow these peoples because our tradition is same, our culture is same, our language is same. So each
Yeah.
and everything is same, madam. Even our face is also same. So if someone is from Pakistan and someone is from India, we can't differentiate that who is from Punjab, who is from Pakistan Punjab, and who is from Indian Punjab. So we look so same. We look
That's true.
same. So that's why I think that is the best tuning in ourselves, and then we come across, and then we have a same feeling for each other.
Yes. Well said. You are right. So, so far as introduction part was concerned, I started talking something else. Yes, my name is Kawaljeet, and you are familiar with my name. I hail from Jalandhar, a small city of Punjab. And so far as my professional front, if you want to know about, is concerned, I'm also in the same profession, though I'm not directly into teaching at the moment, but I have been teaching for a long period. And at the moment, I'm engaged at so many different fronts. Like I have started exploring different things, because there was a phase when, due to some limitations, I was confined. Everybody passes through that kind of phase, that
Yes,
whatever comes your way, you have to go with the flow, right? But
yes, ma'am.
now I have started exploring different things. So one of these, you can say, which was at the top of my bucket list, was just to work on my communication skills, in especially in English language, because this is not an excuse, but yeah, it applies to so many persons who always uh, they get educated from government schools, because medium of
Mhm.
instruction is not English. At least in private schools, you can say that privilege
Mhm.
is available to the students. So that was the reason. And because I was scared of this thing, then I took up as a challenge, because I'm educated, I'm into teaching. So if suppose I always be people being teachers, we motivate our students that whatever comes your way, you should accept it as a challenge. So same rule applies on me as well.
Yeah,
And
I totally agree.
with the passage of time, then I started, I could develop my passion or love for this language, because when now I have reached to certain level where I can speak to some extent in flow, and it gives me immense internal, pleasure, or the happiness, or the contentment, you can say.
Mhm.
I don't need validation from any external source, because I know what I'm doing. If even if I'm making mistakes, I have the realization. And if I could speak well, even then I pat myself, okay, you could do it. So this is
Yeah.
one thing which I'm exploring. And YouTube channel is another, you can say, something related to this. Again, it is confined to the same thing, that whatever I'm learning, because I started my journey from some this kind of video at some
Mhm.
point of time a year back. So then I thought, why not to share this journey with the people who are like me? Somebody may also get motivated.
Mhm.
So this is all about me. My days, they go this way, busy with the
Mhm.
job and then with these kinds of sessions as well. But because of some time constraint, I can't have regular sessions. But whenever possible, it's possible, then immediately I try to grab this moment as opportunity to work on my communication. Like, it's a kind of like, I have found somebody. Why not to work on my language? So
Yeah, you
this
are
way.
right. You are right, ma'am. Madam, as you have said in your introduction that you were concerned with the teaching field. So, madam, did you teach these students at university level, college level, high school level,
College level.
college? Were you a professor?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, were you a professor in English language or you were a professor in
No,
another
but
subject?
I think if I would have been a professor in English language, then my
Mhm.
language would have been bit better.
Oh.
So no, yes, I am a person from the science background. Though I
Mhm.
studied my subject in the English medium, but being a teacher, you can understand it very well. Getting education, like medium of instruction, is one thing, and communication is altogether different thing. Because
Mhm.
medium of instruction means you are confined to the vocabulary associated with that particular subject or the field only. But we
Yes.
converse this way, it's all going a random way. So this is altogether different thing. So
Mhm.
I have my science background.
No, so what subject you were teaching at college? Chemistry, physics, math,
No, it is zoology, life
zoology.
sciences.
Okay,
Yeah,
zoology,
I was
zoology.
medical
That's
student.
so. What do you think? It is not that contradiction that you were zoology professor and now you are teaching English.
Actually, Mr. Ikram, I feel that we all have got one life. And
Mm-hmm.
just confining yourself in one sphere and then taking your last breath someday, it's not
Mm-hmm.
happening kind of thing.
Happening.
I did it for a long span of my time. I have already mentioned it that Everybody has to pass through. You have to follow the route which comes your way. But at certain stage of time, then you feel, now this is a time to do something for my own and to explore myself. Because we, like, you get education, that came your way. You wanted to did graduation or post graduation, then might be you wish to go to the university, and that the things happen that way. After that, your desire is you get good job, in the sense with good perks and everything. So you try for that. I feel during this journey, you never explore yourself. It is something which is mandatory, which was mandatory for you, because you are a human being, you are a social animal, you live in a family, you have certain responsibilities, and every responsibility is to be fulfilled this way or that way by money only, with money only, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So that way, whether you love or like your profession or you don't like, you have to go
You have
along
to
with
do
it.
it. You have to do it.
Yeah. So, and now, so far as this contradiction, you have used this word, this is all contradictory, that I was doing something else, now I'm doing. This is, I think, sometimes you never get to know what is your inner call.
Yeah.
This thing you only come to know when you give the chance to yourself to explore yourself. Now I have explored so late in my life that perhaps this was my inner call. Because when I was a student at that time, if the students were bit intelligent, there were only 2-3 choices. If you are intelligent, you can become a doctor. Second option, become an engineer. And third, if you are not at all good in any subject, then go for humanities or arts. But today I feel going for humanity or arts to clear UPSC and become IS officers, it is a big thing. It is a huge thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is totally different, ma'am.
Yeah.
But now, as you have said, that is also introduction. So I'm also standing right, sitting right in front of you. So it is also full of that contradiction that I'm a teacher in chemistry. I teach chemistry at high school, and now I'm taking sessions in English language. Though that is
It's
also a
really
kind
your
of
food.
contradiction.
Yeah. So
Mm.
that's why you asked me this question.
Yeah, that's why, because I always question myself that if I'm good at English language, why I'm teaching chemistry? If I'm at chemistry, then why I'm giving that much time to English language? Well, it happens. And
Actually,
as you have said that you
something,
are falling in love, as you have said that it is also a kind of you fall in love in this language. So I'm also obsessed with this language.
that's true. Moreover, teaching is your profession to earn money. That is the one thing. We have just,
Yeah.
exchanged these kinds of views.
Mhm.
But like, you're working on your communication skills. Actually, we, the people, I believe, who are from some developing kind of nations, we have always looked after the developed nations where English is their, the first language
Yeah.
or the only language they follow in most of the countries through all over the globe. And we people have grown it with that kind of mindset that we always follow the West. We are enchanted very easily. So we
Mhm.
have started feeling, or I think we have that inborn kind of feeling, the person who speak well in English, they are a bit having upper edge. This is a fact. Whether
Yeah.
we acknowledge
Mm.
it or not, this is a fact. Maybe this is one of the
That's
reasons.
correct.
This is one of the
Mhm.
reasons that when we are working on it, and when we converse with somebody in English, it always gives you a sort of bit, a feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, and sometimes it is beneficial as well, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
If you,
definitely. There are so many benefits. I think I need not to mention, you are well aware of, or better you put it in words.
yeah, it's true, madam. Actually, in Pakistan, it is not that trained as in India, because now the farmers in India, they are also speaking English language. So, but in India, the scenario is totally different. Actually, India has surpassed many things in that 75 years, but Pakistan is lagging behind. Still, there that is also a main reason that Pakistanis are now in that place that now they are understanding English language because nowadays Pakistanis are not giving that much importance to English language because they are very satisfied and they are very okay with the Urdu language. But now it is the mentality of that Indian that if someone is good at academic side, but he can't understand or he cannot speak in English language, so he doesn't know anything. And now that scenario has also been emerged in Pakistan as well. So if you are good at academic, that's okay, but you have to be fluent, you have to be proficient and convenient in this language as well.
That's true. Actually, there was a time when only academics was considered to be at the top. You are given all the opportunities if you are good at academics, right?
Hmm.
But now the scenario and mindset of people that has changed. Like
Mhm.
I earlier mentioned, at that time only three streams were there: science or commerce and arts,
Yes.
right? But now there are so many avenues and options available, and this globalization and this all these social platforms, they have opened so many avenues. Like you see now people, they have started taking online English classes, online
Mhm.
coaching is available, and there is so much new to explore, and so much concerned with AI, then sector, etc. And for all these things you need to be, proficient in English language. This is main tool. This is
Yeah.
main tool to overcome your barriers and to learn new things also. That's why it is a
Yeah.
must
Mm.
kind of thing.
And it was also not that norm that the peoples were getting admission in fashion designing, filming, movies,
Yeah.
theaters. But now the peoples have it that much craze that they are
Mm.
getting admission in fashion designing because first of all, the software engineering, computer system, these were not that much valuable departments in my universities. But with the passage of time, these departments are getting values.
Yes,
Mm.
right, correctly said. Mm.
And the departments which were that much valuable at that time, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering. So nowadays these departments are nothing. They are just department. They are just building, but nobody is getting the enrollment. Nobody is getting the admission because they know that it is the era of artificial intelligence. It is the era of computer. So if they can
Skill-based,
see that
skill-based jobs.
yeah, absolutely. And if someone is good at academic side in computer system, BCA, Bachelor of Computer Administration. So I think these are the best things nowadays happening in our subcontinents. But 50 years ago, these were the norm departments in America, Canada, and the UK because these were the most developed countries at that time. And
Mm.
now the Pakistan and India, they are at a sluggish pace, but yeah, they are improving with the passage of time. They will also chase pace, and they will also find their name on the top most developing countries in the world.
Certainly, certainly, for sure, for sure. That is
So
definitely.
let's talk about your life that you have passed many years and you have also teaching experience in your hand. So when you were studying in college and you were teaching, so what was the difference uh, uh, in these students when you were studying and when you started teaching, and what is the difference now? Are the students bright nowadays? Are the students at that time when you were studying at that time they were bright students? And what is the major shift between these two eras?
The atmosphere inside the classroom that has changed now. And
Mhm.
at that time, students and teachers, they were all together belonging to different genre, you can say, sort of. Because
Yes.
now the teachers who are in the field, they are the teachers who have emerged from that young generation or middle generation, who themselves had availed luxuries at their time as students. If I go back to like beginning of my career, I feel we were too passionate. Being passionate is something else. We were more disciplined as a teacher, also more dedicated, and in the similar way, students used to reciprocate as well. There was lots of regard from the student side for the teachers. Like even today, if suppose I come across my teacher, I would, whether he or she had taught me or not, I would definitely spare the, clear the passage and bow my head as a mark of respect. But now that thing is, it's all in the air. Like you can't find these things, this kind of discipline. But at the same time, when we came into teaching, a sort of respectful kind of difference was maintained between the teacher and the student. That was a respect. That was not a fear. Even if the student used to use the term fear, but I feel that was coming out of the respect. Because they always used to consider that teacher is someone who is guru in the real sense.
Yes, ma'am.
But now that line has diminished. I think maybe the students are also of that kind of bent of mind. They want to be more friendly, and the same is the scenario that comes from the teacher's side. So far as the IQ level or intelligence is concerned, definitely we were not that much privileged. We were all dependent upon the bookish this knowledge only, or whatever the knowledge was imparted to us by our teachers. But now avenues are so many, infinite, you can say, and there are so many resources. And that way, if you talk about the intelligence level, I think today's generation is more intelligent, but they are not using their intelligence in the rightful manner. They are dependent, they don't use their brain. Like now AI is there in the field. If everything is to be done by AI, and I have some difficulty in finding answer to some of my queries, and simply writing down one line on my laptop on Google, and the answer is coming to me. So I'm not using my brain. So two extremities are existing at the same time in the current generation. Options are there which need to be utilized, but we are not utilizing our brain to that extent. We are dependent upon ready-made kind of stuff. So it is very difficult to answer this question. Whether, of course, students are brainy, that's why they are using all this, they are doing smart jobs, but they are not using it to sharpen their mind. They are becoming more dependent upon all these gadgets and these apps and all this stuff.
I can't differ you on that point, and I totally agree with you on that point. Madam, as you have said, that it is totally correct. And what happens, ma'am, if there are many facilities on your fingertips, then there is always a merit and demerits. So it is totally up to that student, it is up to that teacher how he or she utilize that knowledge. Because I also came through that generation, that when I studied in college or universities, so at that time there was no artificial intelligence. And so we were using the book, as you have said, that you were supposed to study the book. After reading the 300 pages, you get the small amount of knowledge. But nowadays, each and everything is on your fingertips. Okay, so whatever you write on your laptop, it gives you that you are making these mistakes. Your grammar is not correct. But as far as when we were studying, and when you were studying, and when you were just teaching, so it was not that privilege for us. Actually, we have a long age gap as well, but still there was some that subtle nuances. But nowadays the people are very sharp, the students are very sharp, and they are always interested for their studies, because they know that these are the good things in our life and these are the bad things. And if they will act upon accordingly, that what are the things, good things, and they will stick to that behavior and stick to that thing, then that is a good thing for them.
Right. I second your opinion.
Yes, ma'am. So, madam, are you staying in Jalandhar now, or you are somewhere else? You born and brought up in Jalandhar, and you are now living in another state or in another country?
No, I'm very much in Jalandhar at the moment.
Mhm. But the people change, madam. People change as they grow, as they get the job. They go from one place to another place. You studied, you born, and you brought up, and now you got the retirement, and now you are living in that place. Why?
I was born in Delhi
Okay.
initially. Then I grew up, like I got my education in Amritsar, right? I spent
Mhm.
the golden phase of my life in Amritsar. After my marriage, I shifted to Jalandhar. And that is true because I was in job. So because of that job constant, I was
Mhm.
supposed to stay over here because and especially in case of women, that is always the pillar of the family. If one member has to go out, you can say, to earn the bread and butter for the family, it is supposed that the other member should stay there to look after the family, because there are other members in the family as well. You have your parents, then you have to look after the education of your children. If you will keep on moving and
Mhm.
you won't be having that stability, then how can you can give the firm footing to your children as well?
Mhm.
But I have crossed that phase also. But now this is the time my children have moved to pursue their dreams. They are studying and they have gone abroad. Yes, we
Mhm.
can switch over from here to there, and I'm still in the job. I'm working, so that way I have the privilege to move wherever I want to. But yes, that stability in life is also very important for certain years of your life, to give stability to your kids, to your family. It's
Mhm.
important.
I totally second you. And as you have said that your children are pursuing their dreams and they got the wings, right? You gave the wings and they got the wings and now they are flying and they want to touch the sky. And I wish you all the best for your children. They rise and shine in their life. So, madam, so I think now we have to wind up our session because
Yes.
it has been 30 minutes, I think. So,
Yes.
I will ask you only one question. There are 28 states in India. People like to travel in India. So, how many states have you visited yet?
Not in India, not much. Whenever, because I am having a busy schedule. My husband is a doctor, he's damn busy.
Mhm.
We have we always, whenever needed, under compulsion, we simply move from Jalandhar to Delhi because we have our extended family members there. They are settled in Delhi. Okay.
Mhm.
Besides that, just to come out of the monotony of our daily routine, we move to Dalhousie. That is a
Mhm.
place we love to, you can say, spend our day or two to enjoy that weather. You are
Mhm.
familiar with Dalhousie? That is a hilly area,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
this is nearest place, nearest to Jalandhar. Hardly
Mhm.
6-7 hours drive from here. So whenever we have time, we would prefer to go to Dalhousie than going to any other place.
Mhm.
We don't have
And
time.
what,
Time.
what about the Amritsar? How many kilometers away is Amritsar from your from Jalandhar?
That is 80 kilometers only. That is
How many
like
kilometers?
next to Jalandhar.
No, how
So
many kilometers, madam?
80 kilometers from Jalandhar.
Oh, it is not that too far. It is at a stone throw. It is at hand, right?
Yeah.
And Kapil Sharma, actually, I'm totally into Kapil Sharma show. So he is also from Amritsar.
Yes, he is from
And
Amritsar, and I remember when he started his career, the first break to Kapil Sharma he got in my college. He was to, at that time, prepare some item for the youth festival.
mhm.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
his
so
first break.
wow, that's great. So did he study in your college?
No. He not at all. He studied because he is from Amritsar. But when he came into this profession, I simply remember because I was from a science background, and science professors, they never, very rarely they used to mingle with the rest of the staff. But during youth festivals, we were deputed different duties. So I remember that, and that was not in my mind. When Kapil Sharma became very famous, only then we got to know that, yeah, that was, he's the person who was given first break in our college. And in one of his shows, he had mentioned the name of that college, that yes, my first break I got from Jalandhar, from that very college.
Oh, then it clicked you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And one thing more, I'm also totally obsessed with the greenery, and I love the greenery in Punjab because Punjab is called the agricultural
Agriculture.
land. Agricultural land. It is very famous in a whole India, in the entire India. So I wish one day I could come to India and I can see the Amritsar, the Golden Temple, the land of Punjab, the agricultural land. So I wish I could make it.
Welcome, most welcome.
So, madam, on a very lighter note, I think we have to wrap up our session. It is so nice to talk with you, and it is my pleasure that I'm meeting with my relative. So, and you are on the place of my mother, and you are on the place of my relatives. So, thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I understand because throughout the session, it was me who was narrating something about me, and there are so many things inside my mind also. I haven't asked you any question. Hope to see you in some other session. Then we will talk about your journey and your family also. Thank you very much.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Thank you.